I am filming. Hi, and welcome to LNA Does Audio Stuff. Today, we're going to be looking at transitions. What kind of transitions there are from section A to B to C. So example, you want to go from intro to verse, but you don't know how to make it more professional, how to make it more interesting. These tips will help. Also, in this point, remember to subscribe because I have a lot of these kind of videos this month coming up. So you want to be here for those. Yes, you do. So let's get into this tutorial now. Okay, so hey, tip number 1. Let's just talk through a little bit the different type of transitions there are existing, and I'm going to show you some samples from my songs. The first one could be example a drop or a lift. So that means that we have a section like this here, and in the middle we have a little bit of emptiness, and that could be a drop. So it's build up, quiet, some kind of lift and verse or chorus or something. Then maybe an instrumental. So between two sections, you just have one instrument going, something quite melodic, like bida 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 bida. Another one is a fill. So a couple of weeks ago, I created a tutorial all about fills. So they can be rhythmic drum fills or instrumental fills. So they're just like rhythmic, interesting pieces of things between sections. Here we go. Vocal or songwriting type of transitions, where the vocal is the thing that takes you from A to B. Aina ollut se nuori ja viisas poika, kalassa avalla merellä, suurten saarien varjoissa, tarinani on puolikas sinua. Tip number 2 is risers. Also, just to kind of mention, I already have made one whole video about risers and drops with a lot of cool tips. Then the link is down below. But I'm going to show you the easier way to create a riser. So here we have a track, and we're going to create in this one bar between the intro and the chorus, we're going to bring a riser, and I'm going to show you how to use these materials that already exist in the song to create that. 1, 2, 3, 4. First thing we're going to take is the piano here. So we're going to just copy paste a clip of it. I'm going to first reverse it. So on the clip editing view here, we have these arrows that go opposite directions. So I'm going to click that and we're going to reverse it like that. Perfect. So example, we can also put a little bit of a fade to the beginning. Because if it actually distorted the sound a little bit by reversing it, you can go here to the warp modes, complex pro, and then put the formants down, and that will preserve the sound a little bit better. So that's already pretty cool by itself, but we're going to make it even better. So we have a reverse cymbal. So we can go to the browser, go to the samples and put cymbal. It can be cymbal, snare, anything you want. So that's a quite long one. So I'm going to take that one there. I'm going to also reverse it again. There we go. I'm going to take the gain down a little bit like that. I'm going to make it the same length as the piano. Also put a little bit of a fade there. You can also pitch it down if you want. Example, put -12 there. Whatever you like. I actually like it higher. Also, if you want to spice up your lift here, what we can do is add some drums into it. So we could, example, create one bar like that. I can go here, extend it, and go to the kick. We're going to go and put on every single beat, and then we're going to go all the 16 notes like that. Maybe take that off, and then we're going to make the grid even smaller and go 32 all the way in there. So now it goes dun 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 dun. So together with everything else, this transition is now a lot more smoother. How cool is that? Create that excitement. Tip number 3 is creating whoosh sound. It's almost like a bridge between two sections. So swooshes are something are very common in a cinematic production. So example, if you listen to movies, there's those sounds. And one of really good plugins to actually create this with is Rise and Hits by Native Instruments. I use that really often and it's great. You can create them by yourself using just the stock samples that you get when Ableton Live, or there's a really cool pack called Build and Drop here. And they actually have a lot of cool drums, effect racks, MIDI clip, samples and sounds. So basically I have used the samples in this demonstration. So look at this. So let's break it down and look what's in there. First, we have a layer of straight piano. So it's this piano sample here, exactly as we did in the beginning. We taken it, we reversed it, and we have this. And also what I've done is added some delay and reverb on it as well. So that creates the melodic quality into it. So then we have a little bit of white noise, and white noise is really cool, especially if you can also add some LFO, wobble sound to it. It's really cool that it kind of brings that energy into the riser. Like that. And again, it has some delay and reverb. And then we have a sample called FX Hit Breakdown. And this is how that sounds. So we have something that brings that in, energy up, and then we have something that kind of decays and takes us, is the bridge that takes us to the other section. And that is the same sample, the FX Hit Breakdown, but not reversed. So it's this one here. Like that. Go all of them together. We have something that takes us up and another section. Okay, so that is one of the most used techniques, especially in choruses, when you want the chorus to come in with a bang. You want something like more impact to it. So this is one of the really good ways to do that. Also, talking about impacts, let's go to the tip number 4, impacts. Example, let's just talk about this transition between this quiet bit and this chorus here. So it's not like super exciting or anything, and that's why with impact we can actually put, like, when the chorus comes in, that we can create a lot more attack to it. Even if that would be just quiet, the one bar before the chorus, we still want the chorus to come in with the bang. Again, we can just go here and look for samples. So if you search and put hit, it comes with a lot of different options. So it can be either something quite low, example boomy, or something quite high, kind of bit like a cymbal, or you can layer both. So that's quite interesting. kick air hit. So that's quite nice. So we could put that there and listen just how that sounds together. So can you hear it has like something like hits? Add another audio track there and then take the whoosh that we had, the hit here, and put that there. So we are layering. We have the lower one and higher one. Already interesting. And then we can always put a crash there. Do you know what I mean though? It's almost like you're waking up the listener and be like, we are arrived, here's the chorus. And then in every single chorus, you can do different samples on every chorus to create a little bit variation and interest to it. Number 5 is overlapping. As I said in the beginning, vocal and songwriting can affect a lot, and this is basically kind of continuing that. So I have here a vocal, and let's listen to it and see how we could create this transition a little bit better.
I don't know why we try.
Okay, so overlapping. Maybe we can bring something in a little bit longer, or we can cut something away. Go on this side first, so the intro side, and see what we could do. So example, what happens if I cut both of those?
I don't know why we try.
Okay, so that's already much more interesting. What if I bring in the bass from here? So this is a bit too long, emptiness there, and I just overlap that slightly there. So we're extending that, and we are extending this here. Okay?
I don't know why we try.
So that's like a little fill there. We could also just copy paste some of these vocals and extend them. We try. So example, we could just create a little fun effect there.
I don't know why we try. We try.
It's a bit clumsy, but you get the point. So we could also just play with the vocals and extend them a little bit. But also we can work on the left side. So we could, example, make that the percussion comes a little bit earlier. And maybe there's a little drum fill. So we could extend this drums a little bit further.
I don't know why we try.
Basically, we have emptiness and we just go both sides and just test what could come a little bit earlier. How about we have also the chord progression? So maybe that could come earlier.
I don't know why we try.
That's pretty cool. I actually enjoy that. But there's also other ways. What if they come later? So what we could do is cut away everything before the third beat, or maybe leave one of them, like example, the piano. And then cut everything else, and the drums and the rhythmic aspects come only on the third beat. We could also just extend that so we have one hit before there. Okay, let's listen to that.
I don't know why we try.
Personally, I really like that, especially if we add a little bit of a lift here. Let's add our whoosh.
I don't know why we try.
So this method of cutting that only the drums don't come on the first, but they come on the third, second or third, can actually add a different type of groove and impact into going into one place to another. So I wouldn't recommend that to an example every single chorus, but maybe the first chorus, or maybe if you go from a bridge to your second chorus or something, it just again adds that interest to the song. Do you get me? Also, make sure to check out my other videos about fills, my other videos about razors and drops. I also link them down below. Thank you so much for all my Patreons who are here. If you want to be part of this cool gang, then come to my Patreon from the link down below. Basically, In there, I do masterclasses. I also give feedback, and we have a lot of fun. I do weekly live streams, Q&A live streams, and you can chat with me a lot more there. Remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon, and also see you here next Sunday because I post every Sunday. So that's it for today. Have a very, very, very lovely day.